Hey guys, welcome back. The RxJava design is based on observer design pattern. So before we actually move further, we will look at observer design pattern. But even before that, we will understand push and pull mechanism. And that is what this lecture is about. In general, most loved programming model is request response model, which is a pull based mechanism where a server sends back the response after processing the request. But in RxJava, everything is push based. However, we can achieve push mechanism from callbacks, but RxJava makes it very simple using observables. We will see how in our upcoming section, but for now, let's treat the program used in previous lecture to understand push mechanism and how callbacks are push based. So in this callback interface, we are having single method call. I'm going to modify this interface to have some more methods, and I'm going to replace this call with push complete method. So we'll call push complete when the process is done. And other than this push complete, this interface is having void push data to push the data to the calling thread. So we'll pass the data in it, and one more method, push error, in case we get any exception. So here we'll pass exception. Now let's come to this callback demo. Here we were creating the callback object inside this main because we were implementing the runnable interface, and here we were implementing the callback interface by implementing the single method call. Now we need to implement these three methods: push data, push complete, and push error. So let's implement them. Let's remove this and add unimplemented methods. So first is push data. So here let's simply print callback data and here say callback completed or callback done, and here push inside push error, let's say got an exception, or let's say callback error called got an exception, the exception. So now here inside this running async method, we were invoking the call to signal the parent thread about the completion of the process. Now here, instead of calling this method, we can call push data method to push the data to the parent thread. So here, let's say we're passing data 1. And then we're going to pass some more data. So basically, we are pushing the data to the parent thread or the thread that created this child thread. And finally, if we get any exception, we can push the error. Let's pass exception object, new runtime exception. And here, let's say, oops. And if we don't get any exception, we can call the push complete method. Generally, when we have such scenarios when push error gets invoked, we don't call the push complete method. And if we don't get any exception, the push complete method gets executed. But this is a simple example, so we are calling all these three methods. So here let's execute this code. So main thread is running. I'm running in separate thread, and then this child thread pushes the data 1, data 2, data 3, and then error called, and then callback done. And then the main thread completes. So this is push. Once a callback is created in a separate thread, the data and other signals are pushed through. And RxJava makes it very simple as it is built on top of observer design pattern. So in next lecture, let's see how observer design pattern is designed. So see you there in the next lecture.